Yo yo yo, what's up guys? What's up? How you doing? Welcome to the Rock Show. How we doing? Oh, I need to turn that light on. Hold on. There we go. Hi, how's it going? Welcome in. Hope you all had a wonderful Friday. It's the weekend. We're here finally. Yeah. Yeah, we're here. That's all I got. We're here. We are raising awareness for Starlight Children's Foundation, guys. Our team has currently raised, let me go ahead and take a quick look here. Chef Steve's been killing it over on his channel. We're over $1,000, $1,041.25. 80, or not 80, 28 of that is right here from this channel. $1,041.25. Total raised so far for the year, $4,371.94. Also, still a big portion of that is all Chef Steve. We are officially over $430,000 on the since 2021, chat. That's massive, if you ask me. That's really awesome. Whether it's been this channel, Chef Steve's, Rusty Rhymes, some of the folks who's not with the team anymore, but like, or maybe not with the team, but rather who's taking a hiatus. Folks like AFK Kitchen, who's on a hiatus right now. Our friends Norgy and Double Beater, who are still streaming. Fair warning. I don't want to go ahead and lump them in indirectly with those folks. Their names came to mind while struggling to get through people's names. But all these wonderful people that have been part of our team, who may not always fundraise like myself, Chef Steve, Rusty, and Norgy and Double Beater do. We're probably, as along with like Tifa and Sai, and even a couple who don't even stream, who fundraise for our team. We're still doing what we can to help raise awareness, educate, and inspire others. And we would love to have you join the team. So if you want to join the team, holler at me. Let me know. We'll see what we can do to get you up there. But in the meantime, Starlight is who we're raising awareness for. We got a fun-filled weekend ahead of us. I'm streaming tomorrow. I've got the day off. Essentially. At least that's the idea. I don't know 100%. If I understand correctly, I do not need to go to this event tomorrow. But if I am required to go, then or if my presence is at least requested, then I will go for the party, and then I'll be back after that to stream. Start time right now is up there. Figure out what that comes with when we get there. But in the meantime, yeah, that's what we're doing right now. You guys can see I'm wearing my throwback shirt here right now, the one that wife made for me, using her Cricut and some press-on stuff. It didn't turn out terribly bad, but at the same, but now it's as old as it is, it's losing its luster. So, but yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get working on our project here. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. We're gonna get working on our project here in just a moment. I want to remind you guys that we do have Player Adventures. Hello. It's not too late. It's never too late. Never too late, Player Adventures. Hello, how you doing? Welcome in. It's not too late at all. No, I mean it's only 10:30. Sorry if I've got that weird shine going off the top of my head. Doing awesome. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. Welcome in. Got an hour on you, and we get the time change in 2 nights. Yep, this is true. This is true. Oh my goodness. Well, yeah. So welcome in. Yeah. So we're gonna be getting started here with our project. We've been working on a cross stitch project, something that I've been getting into / back into, if you will. Hold on a second. I'm getting things tangled here. There we go. I learned somewhat at an early age how to do this, how to do cross stitching, and I'm kind of getting back into it. Last year was our first year back into like learning it fully and getting started with like kind of easy projects. I did an 8-bit Mario, but with the Donkey Kong color scheme for Mario. I did our team logo that you see there in that corner. Just the logo itself, not the circle with the words and everything. That was gonna probably go ahead and take me a wee bit more time to try to figure all that out. So I just did the little guy with the wings. We did 2 of those. I gave one of those away to my buddy, Chef Steve. We also did a Mario Day crossover. A Mario Day Starlight crossover, which was a Starman star. Which, if you guys have never seen the Starlight logo, there it is right there. There in the chat. That just add a couple eyes and boom, you've got the Starman. So we did 2 of those. Both of those I ended up giving away, and I did 2 other projects. One that says cross stitching for More Than Bragging Rights, which was a play on St. Jude's Play for More Than Bragging Rights, as well as a Cooking for More Than Bragging Rights. Now the cross stitching for More Than Bragging Rights, we ended up doing a giveaway for our friend Alara got that one, if memory serves me right, and she was awesome enough to go ahead and share that with folks, and then of course the Cooking for More Than Bragging Rights I also gave away to our good friend Chef Steve. As again, he's been our team founder / team leader. I'm kind of I would a lot of people have gone ahead and called me like a co-leader. I'm like no. If anything, I'm like I'm like not the captain, but like the not even a co-captain. I don't even want to go ahead and call myself that. I want to go ahead and call myself manager. There we go. I'm just here to help manage things and help raise awareness, and yeah. So that's what we've been working on over the last year or so. Okay, so we did about what did I say there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was 5 different projects and 7 actual 7 actual pieces. And yeah, and now what we're working on right now is a Care Bear that I found and this is actually for my daughter. We're gonna be or one of my 2 daughters, and we're gonna be putting this up in their room once it's all said and done. This is actually the Care Bear that we assigned to her as she was our what's known as a rainbow baby. You know, my wife and I, we were expecting and sadly lost our first little one before the 3-month mark. In fact, the day we lost the little one, it was the day before we were actually going to announce to all of our family and friends that we were pregnant. So, but you know, the worst thing about it was that day that it all happened. It was Christmas Day. That was the really the biggest blow, was that it was Christmas Day that we ended up losing the little one, and it was tough. I mean, it was real tough. But you know, we got through it. We've got 2 beautiful girls now, and yeah, we just gotta keep on keeping. Thank you, player. I appreciate that. So but like I said, this is a product that's been long in the making. I wanted to go ahead and do this last year, but just I didn't have enough confidence in my skills yet. Exactly, it's always there, always there in our heart. Exactly. Uh, but yeah, so something like this, my mom did for me when I was roughly about my youngest age. Um, when I when when I was a toddler, Care Bears came out, and like my favorite one at the time was Tenderheart. You know, Tenderheart was the leader of the Care Bears, and you know, I figured, you know, I that's the one I kind of gravitated to, and um, then when the movie came out, Secret Bear and Braveheart Lion were kind of my go-tos. My mom kind of saw that, and she ended up finding a pattern for Secret Bear, and decided to go ahead and do a cross stitch of Secret Bear for me. Now, unfortunately, um, my mom is pretty sure that she ended up having to go ahead and had to throw that away. Her basement ended up getting flooded, and she believes that it was lost in the flood. Unfortunately, so unfortunately, I don't have mine to share with everyone. But this here is, like I said, we're starting with Rainbow Heart Bear for my oldest. When we get done with this project, we're going to go to a little bit more simpler version, but it is going to be Trick or Sweet Bear for the youngest. So, and that's only because she is quite literally our Halloween loving munchkin. So, but how do you cross stitch? Is it hard? So I'll tell you, player, it can be. Did you ever, when you were a kid, and I don't mean to ask your age, because I don't know if you're a guy or a gal, and I know it's not, you know, not proper to ask a gal her age. But nonetheless, I'm 44, and when I was a kid, right around like kindergarten time frame, there was a toy that they had where you could take like regular yarn and put it into essentially a big needle, and you could do cross stitch on a big old plastic thing, and it worked for the most part, right? So I kind of learned a little bit from that. Plus, watching my mom do the piece that she was doing, I kind of got the ins and outs of it there, but I never really picked it up fully when I was a kid. Just kind of dabbled in it and then put it down because of like video games. So, but this is it's really easy. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to switch over here to the craft scene. Um, and show you here where we're at. Put that back on. Change the song. All right, here we go. I'm a bit older. Okay, okay. So you might remember those toys or tools that I'm talking about. I mean, you may or may not. It may have been just shortly after your time. uh, let me go ahead and do this here real quick. Zoom this in so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. This way. Oop, wrong way. There we go. Okay. I don't have a followers command. But anyways, so yeah, cross stitch is fairly easy. If you take a look at the screen here, let's go over here for just a moment. So you can see here, this is essentially what it is. So if you've ever done basic stitching, basic stitching is you put the needle in, and you put it down through on the opposite side of a gap, if you will, and then you bring it back to the other side on the back end. Bring it up through slightly above where the first stitch went into, right? And then back over slightly above the where the first stitch on the other side goes, and so on and so forth. What this does is this takes a single stitch and gets an extra one and puts it into an X. That's all it is. So if you look here where we're working at right now, each one of these little squares is an X. You can consider cross stitching the first form of pixel art. So, oh, you wanted to see who was here? Okay, if you I don't know if you're on mobile or not, but if there where the chat is, there should be like two little people up in the top corner. If you click on that, it should show you all the folks that are here. Mobile tonight, okay. Yeah, I have my mobile phone over here. Here. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Should be. Not that. Did they take that part away? Like, oh, I know. Okay, I think I see. All right, so if you back over here to the crafts. So if you're looking here, tap into the window here, and then click right where you see the little person right there on screen, and it'll show you who's all here. So you can see like our moderators, our VIPs, and then who all of our viewers are. So there we go. Alright, sorry. So let me go ahead and show you real quick. I've got a little bit of thread left here. Uh, trying to remember. Okay, yeah. So here you can see where we're kind of working with right now. Maybe I can get it right in the cam here. There we go. So you can see there where I started, where we got two little half stitches. There we go. So we're gonna keep on going all the way across until we get to there. Then there is a point here where I've got to skip like three. I got to skip 3 spaces, and then I just keep on keeping all the way over to this point here. Skip over that bit, go over this way, and then there's also a spot over here where we're gonna go ahead and leave some negative space, and that negative space that we're leaving is all for a different color. Yeah, 2 halves, exactly. So let me go ahead and do this. Let me go ahead and break this out here. Oh, you know what? Something else I need to do real quick before I do that. Let me go ahead and get my handy dandy scissors. And if you're working with the size of medium, what they call 8 o'clock, like I'm working with, you're gonna need a smaller needle. There's a wonderful I need to make a command for this. There's a wonderful website that you can go to figure out the size of needle that you need and the number of thread that you need. And I can explain a little bit more about the thread in just a minute, but it will tell you exactly the size of needle that you need for the kind of 8 o'clock that you're working with, and how many threads of the embroidery floss that you're gonna need in order to make it look proper. So let me go ahead and do this here. So we've got our thread helper. All right, we got our handy dandy scissors, which we may or may not need at some point. We'll probably actually need it here very shortly, but let's go ahead and we're gonna keep on keeping here. I'm gonna move this cam back over this way a little bit. All right, we're gonna try to keep it right around here. So I know that this camera and light does not work very well. All right, let's see. All right, so you're gonna notice here on the back end, most of my back end stitches are fairly uniform. I don't know why it's not. Okay, there we go. It's fairly uniform, but you see where it kind of goes horizontal in some places. Those horizontal spots in some of those spots are where we've gone ahead and anchored down the thread, where we've ran out of thread on from one pass, and I've had to go ahead and use a new piece of thread to continue where I was at. Right, usually straight up and down, or left and right, depending on you, because there's really no right or wrong way to cross stitch. I want to make sure we're right. We are a complete understanding here. How I do this may be different from the way that someone else does this, or and the next person over from them may do it completely different from the way that the both of us do it. Right? I use a combination of 2 methods. I use what's known as, I think they call it a Dutch stitch. And what that basically is where I'm working on doing half stitches all the way across, and then completing the cross stitch all the way back. Now, it doesn't always work. There's going to be times where you're going to need to do the quote unquote basic cross stitch, where you're going up and down on the back end for your first for the first half, and then to move forward after you do your second, you do a horizontal. So you do vertical on one, horizontal on the next, and then you can move you're into the next the next box, if you will. trying to go ahead and put it in as best layman terms as possible. So, anyways, so yeah, so what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna keep going up and down here. Now, I need to double check something real quick. Hang on for me just a moment. Nope. There we go. All right. Pull this back here. So, if you're wondering what I'm doing right now, I'm using a site called FlossCross. Now, FlossCross is a wonderful site for you. If let's say, for instance, you have something that you want to make, but you can't find a pattern anywhere. What do you call the boxes? So I call the boxes are essentially the 4 dots that represent the cross stitch. So you get the top left and top and lower left, top and lower right, and it just depends. Yeah, so I can try to show you a little better when I get going there. All right, but anyways, so this FlossCross is a wonderful site to use if you're trying to find, if you're trying to go ahead and make your own pattern when you can't find one. I couldn't find a pattern for this Care Bear, so I created my own using a picture and then converting that picture over to what you see here. And I just went ahead and I just took a paint tool and I went around the outside and changed the actual outline to a black outline, so that way I could tell where my border is essentially. Now not everyone's going to go ahead and do that. Some folks are going to go ahead and leave the color as is and just go from there. I like having a nice strong border. Call it the artist in me. Call it watching too much Ink Master. I don't know. Yo, Fluffy Bakery, what's up? How you doing? Had pizza for dinner. Nice. Yes. Yeah, doing a Care Bear, exactly. It's Rainbow Heart Bear. Sorry. Missed you too. Welcome back in. Welcome back in. So yeah, so let me go ahead and we're gonna get started here. So Fluffy, what you were missing here is we were working on trying to we're continuing on with the Care Bear project that I've been working on for my eldest daughter. There's another Care Bear project that I'm going to be doing for my youngest once I get this one done. But I do want to go ahead and point something out here. I actually did mess up the thing a little bit already. I've got the hand a bit too far up here, and that's partially because of the fact that I goofed up somewhere back here. I don't know where I goofed up, but I shorted myself 1 or 2 stitches here or there somewhere. So yeah, so right now what I'm doing is I'm working on this line that I have outlined right now. And what I want to do real quick is I want to just figure out how many spaces I'm going to be going before I need to go ahead and skip 3 and continue on from there. Now, when I'm counting these as a single half stitch instead of doing a full cross stitch. So either way we look at it, it's still going to be one for one essentially. So let me see here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, I've got 2 or 3 so far. That is 2. Looks so. Well, let's see here. If we get to this point here, I just need to make sure that I've got 2 spots. That's 1, so I need to go ahead and stop right there. Sorry, you can't see that. Hold on. I need to go ahead and stop not at this one, I need to stop not here, but I need to stop there. So that there's 1, 2, 3, and then we pick back up here. Or technically it's going to be up here depending on however, wherever I come out at, so. All right. Now when we get to the other side, it may change up where we're going from there. Now I do need to get things back up here. I'm going to go ahead and work over the side. It may be a little darker, but I apologize. There's so many, I know. Okay. Now the thing to keep in mind, keep your fingers out of the way of the needle. I had gone, what was it, 7 full months? From January to July. And when I was working on a project in July, finally I stuck myself, and I stuck myself bad enough that I had to go get a Band-Aid. Luckily, I didn't bleed on the project. I got myself, I dropped everything I was doing, checked myself to make sure that I wasn't bleeding. As soon as I saw the blood, I was like, all right, I got to take a break. Be right back. All right, I lost the count here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nine. Seven. Alright, here's 12. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna count over 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, so see here where my needle's coming out at. That's the corner here. Of this right here. Oh shoot, you can't see. Hold on. Back over here. It's the corner of this spot right here. So what I'm going to do from here is I'm now going to change it up. Instead of going from lower right to, or lower left to upper right, I'm now going to go from upper left to lower right. And I'm going to keep on going over from there. Now I am going to run out of thread, so I've got another piece of thread here ready to roll for when it's time for us to go ahead and swap back over. Alright, here we go. Now from here I don't have to really count. No needle protector thumb thing? Yeah, no. I like feeling the needle, and with the needle thumb protector thing, I find myself trying to go I find myself trying to go faster, and B, I find myself making more mistakes the faster I go in that regard, and I just like feeling where the needle's at. I don't know, it's just me. Now my mom, when I was younger, and she actually was teaching a lot of needle arts, or fiber arts, if that's how some of you call it. and that was through a thing called uh, Golden Circle. It was Golden Circle. No, not Golden Circle. Ah, crap. I always tend to forget it. I don't know why I keep forgetting it. Hold on here, chat. I'm gonna remember this one of these days. Creative Circle. There we go. Sorry, brain just decided to stop working for a minute. But yeah, no. Creative Circle was the organization that that hired you know, women who may still saw themselves as housewives, or they didn't have jobs but they still wanted to go ahead and make a little bit of money, or those who were in between jobs who wanted to go ahead and just do something to gather some money. You know, folks would go ahead and use their services to teach others how to do things like this. Yeah, no thimble either. Yeah, exactly. It's happening. Okay, here it's 10:44 here. Yeah, we do have time change coming up, guys. Don't forget Sunday, or rather Saturday night, Sunday morning. Set your clocks forward. We're gonna lose an hour of sleep. All right, so you can see here now, I've gotten past this little point here. Now, these bits here, you're gonna notice, these are the spots where I've actually, I've stretched the thread past those points because we're skipping those spots and we're continuing on to stitching from there. Here in a minute, we'll show you guys how to anchor your former line with your new line, essentially marrying them together. But they're going to be anchored so that way they can't go nowhere. Long stitch? Yeah, you can call that a long stitch, sure. Atlanta for me, yeah. I get it though, player. It's hard to understand the whole time zone things, especially when, like, Indiana, let's see, I think they're still, I think the time zones start changing. Yeah, no, it's part of Indiana that is, or most of Indiana that's in Eastern Standard Time, but parts of the north and southwestern parts of Indiana, half of Kentucky, more than half of Tennessee, and then the line then splits Atlanta and Georgia down the middle, and a little bit of Florida's Panhandle, are in Central Time Zone. I was there in my youth. Nice. Yeah, no, I'm here in Columbus, Ohio. Thus the C-Bus. One of the things that a lot of us Central Ohioans call Columbus. Some back when I was younger called it Cowtown. Why do you call it Cowtown? Because for the longest time, a lot of the outlying areas of Columbus, all your suburbs were farmland. I'm gonna say we're gonna probably get to right around here before I finally run out of thread. Yeah. Norgie's actually down the road and around the corner from me for the most part. He's closer to downtown Columbus than I am. I'm more on the outskirts. But we are in the same general area. He plays on your stream. Gotcha. Okay, right on. Oh yeah. See, if Norgie was here right now, he'd go, "Oh, dude, I got you." Guys, make sure you're following Player Adventures. They have a D&D session that our good friend Norgie is part of. And there's also nights where the DM and we'll go through kind of a recap in case you guys missed it, and talk about what they kind of have planned for the next session. Roll for recap. There you go. Right, you're the paladin as well. Yeah. Watch out for that thread. Sometimes it likes to get tangled up. Thread is getting shorter and shorter as I keep going, of course. Oh, Discord server's coming. You got affiliate? Oh, let's go. How long to do the whole pattern? Honestly, player, this is gonna be the most advanced project that I've done so far, because again, most of the other projects that I've done have all been fairly easy to deal with. Let's see. I think I can. Let's do it this way. Hold on. Show you guys some of the stuff, some of the other things that we've worked with here. Go ahead. Get this connected. Gallery opened up here. Go to cross-stitch stuff. Where did it go? There it is. All right, it's loading up now. Okay, so you'll notice here we started with the Mario project. And that was I wouldn't say an advanced piece. That was a pretty straightforward piece. It's blocky, it's easy, and there's not a lot of colors to deal with. And again, we changed it from the original Super Mario color scheme to the Donkey Kong color scheme for Mario. And that right there is the final result. All right, and then we did, and that one took 3 months of off and on, and that's even sometimes not even doing things on stream. I was doing some stuff at my mom's on the weekend. So, okay, gotcha. Daniel, I'm in trouble. Yeah, top colors. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and then this is the Starman / Starlight Children's Foundation logo, which again you guys can see up there at the top, in our donation banner bar. Here I just went ahead and I added some eyes to it, and this was the final result right there. The next, I don't know why I don't have pictures of the other one, but this was the logo I was talking about for that you're seeing right here. I did that, and I did 2 of these, and I sent that off to my one of them off to my buddy Chef Steve. Get over there. So we did 2 of those, 2 of that, and those. This one, if you can believe it or not, I got this one done in roughly 1 stream. This was a fairly easy. Oh, Double. What have you done, sir? Hello, kiddies. Choga here. Wait, you can't see my screen right now? How the heck did that happen? I thought it was on this screen right here. You couldn't see. You couldn't see anything I was working with. Somehow I completely missed everything there. Sorry. There's the Mario one. Can I do that into a hat or shirt? I have not actually been gotten myself into doing anything on actual cloth yet, but sometime eventually we're gonna be able to get to that point. Once I've honed my skills a little bit more, maybe. I don't even know. Believe me, dude, I know. But here's the Starlight one I was talking about. And here was the final product once we were all said and done. And now here's the one that I sent off to our friend. This was the cross-stitching for More Than Bragging Rights. Gotta smile when you do that. Sorry, I can't be too loud. The girls are asleep upstairs. You got to be quiet. We have to be a calm, cool, collected, maniacal idiot. I mean, Crown Prince of Crime. But this is the one that we did that I sent off to, that I gave away and sent off to a friend. And the other one that I did said cooking for More Than Bragging Rights. Again, a play on the St. Jude Play Live. Play for More Than Bragging Rights. So So there we go. Even a lifetime. Excuse me, Chad. Apparently, I can't laugh as well as I used to. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. The transition from being able to go Joker into regular voice is seamless sometimes. Too many dogs here. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. All right, let's see. I think this is going to be a good point to quote unquote cut our losses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take our needle out. Go back over here to the craft scene. We're going to go ahead and cut a little bit off of what we have here. Or leave a little bit of a tail. The reason why we're leaving that tail again is we're gonna end up using that to anchor down the new thread that we're gonna get in here. Now here comes the fun part, chat. With the bigger needles, I was able to thread the needle without needing this guy right here, our thread helper. But this small of a needle, or that small of an eye of the needle, it can be a little harder. And while my mom is able to go ahead and just spin it in her hand and she gets it in one go, I'm just like, no, sorry, I'm not poking myself. I don't like needles as it is. You don't like needles, yet you've got a tattoo and you're working with cross stitch. What's wrong with you? Facing my fears, I guess? I don't know. Here we go. Here. That's a pretty long thread. So what you want to do, chat, is you want to do what you can to alleviate as much stress as you can. To prevent a lot of tangling. So if you give yourself quite a bit of slack here, you'll prevent quite a bit of that. And you can always go ahead and, as you're working through this, slowly but surely start loosening the slack. Two self-injections each week. And move needles, yeah. For a wedding invitation. I am so excited. Hey, cool. Gotta love it when people are like, hey, no, I'll be your +1. I want to be right there. Okay, so if you're trying to figure out what I'm doing here, so when you're threading up when you're getting ready to go ahead and use a needle with a new thread, you always want to go back a half stitch. So if this is the last full stitch that you did, this is the last full stitch that you did, you want to go back to the start of where that full stitch is, at least here on the back end. That way you know where you're going to be starting from. Easier way to just do it is wherever the thread is here, wherever it's coming out, just go to the opposite spot, one stitch back. So if it's here, over one, up. Over one hole, up one hole. And then we're gonna just redo that stitch. We're gonna try our best not to go ahead and get the old thread in the way. Best way to do that is to try to hold it down and then just pull through your new thread. pull it through enough to where you can leave a tail. This is about as long as what you had before. We're gonna cut some excess off anyways, so we're not gonna need a whole lot, but having a little bit there to work with is gonna be your best bet. Once you've got threads just about the same size, hold them suckers down. And complete the first full stitch with the new thread. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go ahead and essentially lasso these two suckers down. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and pull through here. And try not to poke your needle through the threads, the tails that are left behind. And again, we're gonna loop lock them in. There we go. All locked nice into place. I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 more. And then we'll go ahead and cut the excess off. Uh-oh. Sorry. There we go. Fixed it. I don't see ADHD as being a derogatory term. Wish I had the patience too much ADHD. Believe me, I completely understand where you're coming from. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here is, actually before I go ahead and put that through, let me go ahead and cut our excess off here. Anything left behind, we'll just go ahead and anchor down like we did the other. The best way that I've found to, hey, Brock Otter, what's up, bud? The best way I've found to appease the ADHD is to keep counting. Sometimes that's going to be the best bet, especially when you have a lot of area where you have to count. How is Brock Otter doing today? Oh, Brock, I have a question for you, bud. Since Brock Otter's one of Brock's, so we'll go ahead and give you a little bit of backstory. Over on Chef Steve 330's channel, we have he has a thing over there where if you spend 75,000 channel points, you can get a sound effect set up as part of as a command, your own personal command. Now, granted, everyone can use the command, but if it starts getting to be a bit too annoying, where people use it all the time, or they're spamming it or whatever, it maybe become one of those ones where a timer gets put onto it. We have one in particular called the Wombat. Too many people kept hitting it, and so then it got put onto a timer. And then the person who actually whose command it actually is, Wombat Combat Prime, that poor guy could never use his own Dagon command. So when Chef Steve upgraded his bot software, he was able to go ahead and set it so that way he could use it anytime. Doesn't matter if it's already been used or not. While the rest of everyone else has a timer. And we even had to go ahead and set it so that way only, I think, VIPs, mods, and Wombat himself could be the only ones that could actually trigger it. But again, Wombat was the only one who could trigger it any time he wants. Timer or no. Oh, sorry. So anyway, so to go back to my my initial thought there was Brock Otter has a command which plays John Cena's music. So my question, Brock Otter, is, did you hear the news about what happened with John Cena? And are you gonna keep the command, or are you gonna change it up? All right, so now, chat, we've reached this point where now I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna skip these two. When I come out on the other side, we're gonna go back up, going from lower left to upper right, instead of from upper left to lower right. Two. Now over here, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15, 16. Go over 16. Here's 1. So I'm thinking, as far as this is concerned, if I work on this both on and off stream, I could probably get it done. I could probably go ahead and get this done in. I'm gonna go ahead and go with a little bit. Go with about the same amount of time that I did the Mario, and say I'm gonna have this done within about 3 months. But I could get it done faster. It just depends on having all my having all the right colors that I need, and B, making sure I don't screw up anything else. Committed to 3 months, exactly. Yeah. You're a stream. Generous. You guys remember Bobby's World? Haven't heard the news? What happened? Brock! Oh my God, Brock! And Bobby's World, that's an old one, I know, right? Dude. Bobby, generic? Generic! Anyways, Brock Otter. So, at the end of Elimination Chamber, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it. If you're a WWE fan, spoiler alert, alright? Although if you are a wrestling fan, you probably already know what happened. But, nonetheless. So, at Elimination Chamber, Cena won the Elimination Chamber and is going to go to WrestleMania. At the end of the show, Cody Rhodes was out in the ring. Cena was out there along with can't remember his name for the life of me, but there was a rapper that was in the ring with him. And he was Cena was getting congratulated by Cody Rhodes for winning the Elimination Chamber. And it's like, dude, I'll see you at WrestleMania. And then The Rock came out and wanted Cody to sell him his soul. He wanted him to be the next People's Champion, essentially. And Cody's like, no, dude. In fact, he told him straight up to off. And you got Cena over there just going nuts, like, yeah, this is awesome. And he pulls in Cody for a hug to like. He's like, yeah, dude, that's right. That's how you tell him, man. Tell that Hollywood phony what's up. And just about that time, as the two are embracing, Rock just goes, and Cena's face went from joy to serious. And then he, The Rock, and the rapper that was in the ring with them ended up laying waste to Cody Rhodes. So finally, I hate to go ahead and use Rock's catchphrase here. Finally, John Cena has turned heel. John Cena has turned heel. You don't know what turning heel means? Come on, Double. Really? You don't know what turning heel means? Okay. You have what's known as baby face or face. That means that you are overall you're an overall good guy and the crowd loves you. Okay? Then you have heel. Someone who's turned heel, they've turned to being a bad guy. Or turned to the dark side, if you will, right? And then you have your anti-face and anti-heel. Anti-face, where you desperately try so hard to be the good guy, yet the crowd hates you. Where you will end up showing your true colors anyways and become a heel. Or you have the anti-heel, where you do everything in your power to be hated by the crowd, yet they love you for it. A prime example of an anti-face for the longest time was why am I blanking on his name? Sounds like the crowd needs Jesus. the best way I can go ahead and say this would be, um, I don't know why I just blanked on his. Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is a perfect example of both an anti-heel and an anti-face. For the longest time, he did everything in his power to be loved by everyone, but because everyone thought that he was going to be the next John Cena, the next person to essentially be pushed on people as the next baby face of the company, everyone hated him. And then the moment came, he actually turned heel. People loved him for a little bit for it, and then slowly but surely he became full heel, where everyone hated him. They need Jesus. I don't know why I find that funny. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. 6 more. 11. Now, eventually, we're going to end up having a point where as I pull the thread through, it tangles itself up. You're going to hear me say, all right, don't panic. We got ourselves a little bit of a tangle. As long as you don't panic, you'll be fine. 12, 13. 14. 15. And 16. Alright, so now I need to go ahead and skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do 2 and then turn around and come back. 1, 2, 3, 5. Alright, so here we're going to go ahead and up down here, do that one. See, I told you it was going to happen eventually, chat. Alright, so this happens. Pull the thread back out of the hole just a little bit. That was dumb. Alright, chat, hold on. Now, much like we do over Norgie's channel, guys. I blame politics. Yeah, maybe. Much like what we do over over Norgie's channel. We play of our local music. Not only Boboflex and the Lonely Ones, but we also play my buddy Tom Klein and his old bands, Cringe, Noise Auction, um, Broken Habits, and he, I guess he doesn't really have anything original for off the record, which is going to essentially be their cover band. You know, son of a gun. Ah! Top layer, it's okay, it's fine. We also play some other things from our friends in... I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut that. Big darn it. I'm gonna be able to go ahead and get that. Yo! Double, thank you very much for the resub, dude. 4-month resub. No streak, but it's okay. Thank you, man, very much for doing that. Didn't have to. Appreciate it. Hey, there we go. Whew. Okay. I was able to go ahead and pull the knot apart. All right. Sometimes, chat, you just gotta muscle it. Streaks are fake, but okay. Yeah, I know. I got you. Or Double can't get streaks over in Chef Steve's channel. If you guys don't know what we're talking about there, some channels who have partner status or better, partner status, they get what's known as streaks. It's where you are constant, you constantly make it to the person's stream, and they give you essentially bragging rights over everyone else to say, haha, I've been here every day, blah, 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 blah. Some of us don't get notified. Some of us do get notified and just can't make it in there. Some of us don't get notified and still make it there anyways. Poor Doubles made it to every single one, and he for some reason cannot get a streak to save his life. Alright, so chat, we have completed our one full row of half stitches. Alright, so now I'm going to reverse course, and we're going to do the opposite stitch that we did from before. And slowly but surely, you're going to start seeing this all come to life. Right here. That only took 30 minutes? Yeah, it wasn't bad. I did talk for roughly about an hour there, didn't I? I guarantee the return stitching will probably take a lot less time, because I'm not really concerned with counting anymore. Yeah, that poor guy. Um, I think part of it is, it might be, uh, it, it might very well just be his account. It could also be how he's watching the streams. But I think we've gone ahead and ruled that out, where it doesn't matter if he's watching it on mobile or on PC, whether it be desktop or laptop computer, or even on another kind of mobile device, like an iPad or something like that. For some reason, it just doesn't want to work. Although, you know, I think I did forget to ask. Double. Do you use Windows and Android-based products, or do you use Apple-based products? Because that might also be a determining factor. You're just borderline illegal. Not here. Not here. You spam them all you want. We have a rule over Chef Steve's channel. You can spam them up at Ween and the Wiggles proudly all throughout Twitch. Just remember that the disclaimer is that that if you get banned in another channel, you can't hold us responsible. With my work computer, which is a Lenovo, I log in mobile with my iPhone. All right, so we've looked at both different variations and both that pretty much covers it right there, man. Now, actually, here's a question on Lenovo. What browser are you using? Are you using Edge, Chrome, Firefox? It shouldn't matter, but you know. Or are you like a hardcore Opera browser? Firefox and Lenovo? Okay. Son of a gun. Hold on. I'm gonna have to go ahead and replenish my bag of Twizzlers. I didn't think I was that low. It's so much better when they're a little bit more fresh. It's not that I've had the bag open, it's just like you getting in and out of it, so they're not quite as flimsy. It's just more of a wiggle at this point. Next time, I don't think I've got Firefox on this one. See, it'd be under M for Mozilla. Yeah, I haven't gotten that on there. Let me check something real quick. All right. Each stream is at least 10 minutes or longer than when you watch for, right? Um, if for some reason, this is a good thing to remember. If for some reason um, if the streamer that you're watching has a break in their stream and then they come back later on, um, if that break and restart time is less than 30 minutes, there shouldn't be a break in the streaks. Um, so if, let's say for instance there was a drop and and instead of reconnecting, someone had to physically go and hit the button again. If you left, then that restart's not going to count against you. But if it was longer than 30 minutes before stream came back online and you left, then that restart after that 30-minute mark is going to go ahead and count against you. So there's something to think about. Avoid having multiple Twitch streams opened at one time, as it can disrupt streak tracking. That's interesting. Verify that channel points are enabled on your stream, as they are often used to track watch streaks. I'm pretty sure you use your channel points, so there's no denying you got those working for you. Make sure you have notifications turned on to be alerted when streams start, so you don't miss the beginning. That's not a thing that tracks it, but that's okay. If you suspect there's a glitch, you can refresh the stream, which you've done that multiple times. Switch devices, which you've done as well. You've tried through Firefox on a we'll go ahead and just say an IBM based or Windows based PC versus an Apple product, and both have had the same issues. Have you contacted Twitch support yet? Double. Because if you've done all that and still having a problem, I'd contact Twitch support. Say, hey, look, this is what's happening. In fact, one thing you could do is follow DJ Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, and let him know about it. You know, say, look, you know, I've reached out to Twitch support. I haven't received any notification back yet. Like, I would still go ahead and message them and give them a week to respond. And if they don't respond, follow DJ Clancy, and then when he goes live, usually he'll go live doing like music streams and whatnot. But if you see him live and he's having some sort of like a conversation about what's happening at Twitch or whatever, bring it up in chat and say, hey, DJ Clancy, I've got a situation here where I can't get my watch streaks on Chef Steve 330's channel or anybody else's channel who has stream streaks. And I've tried on multiple devices and multiple browsers. And maybe they can look into your account and figure out what's going on from there. Yes, DJ Clancy. I don't think it's live right now, but let me see. This is his channel right here.
All right, I think I'm live. Yes, I'm live.
There we go. Drop that man's a follow. when we get to this side, of the of that, I'm gonna go ahead and take a small break and have you guys watch a video about our campaign. If you guys didn't know, we are raising awareness for Starlight Children's Foundation. If you guys would like to help out, !donate. Follow the link over to Tiltify page and donate today. We also have some merch that's being sold right now through both Fourth Wall and Bonfire. Fourth Wall, when you purchase items and I get a payout, whatever campaign we're running at that time, the payout goes to that minus any sales tax that I need to withhold, because Fourth Wall doesn't withhold sales tax for some strange reason. But the opposite, however, with Bonfire is we've actually got it set up to where the item that we have in the store right now, or on that storefront, is actually linked up to our Tiltify campaign. So if you make a purchase, all proceeds from that purchase go directly into the campaign. That's why that 2802 is from. I bought one of my own shirts to commemorate the Mario Day drop, and that added $28.02 to the thing. So if you want to go ahead and see the merch, exclamation merch, to follow that, first link to our Fourth Wall, the second link over to our over to the Bonfire campaign. All right, let's put this on pause for a moment. Let's go ahead and have you guys watch this video right here.
Starlight's purpose is to deliver happiness to seriously ill children and their families, to give them moments of normalcy, to escape whatever injury or illness they're battling.
Starlight has a lot of programs that help us build that bridge between kids really instantly.
When you're in the hospital, the days are long days, and the more we have to distract us and to entertain us, the quicker it is that we recover.
What I love about Starlight is the simplicity of the programs. You can literally see a child's face come to life when they put on one of our gowns, when they play with the fun center, when they're immersed in our virtual experience world.
There's a direct correlation between happiness and outcomes after surgery. Patients that are engaged recover smoother and quicker and faster.
And it just takes the conversation away from the next scan or the next treatment or the next dressing change.
It's like a little escape for us as parents also.
And when I was playing with her, I felt very overjoyed because it was taking away my sister's pain.
One of the great strengths of Starlight is our network of hospitals and pediatric centers across the country. It's about 800 in our network that we work with.
20 years ago, we started partnering with Starlight Children's Foundation. They provide so many amazing programs to benefit seriously ill children and hospitalized children.
Everything around them as far as hospital equipment is totally unfamiliar, and so when they see something like a Nintendo roll into the room, they kind of say, oh, I didn't know that kind of stuff was allowed here.
When I'm having my treatments, they bring one of those in, and I'm just like, time to play.
It does help in the healing process because it makes him happy.
By us delivering happiness, we know that it shortens hospital stays, it improves health outcomes, and lowers the cost of care.
Starlight makes an enormous difference to patients and families.
It's all part of getting better.
And they're not just their injury, they're not just their illness, they're still a kid. And so this really allows them to still be a kid while they're in the hospital.
The more we partner with others like the Starlight Children's Foundation, the better we can do our job and the better we can take care of the kids every day.
We bring to kids that are seriously ill moments where they can be a kid.
And there we go, guys. That was the Starlight Delivering Happiness video. I've been partnering with Chef Steve, and Starlight and St. Jude and a bunch of those, and Starlight among all of them that I've helped out with so far, holds probably the most special place in my heart, because my own daughter, the one who we're doing this project for, she has directly benefited from the programs of Starlight. Um, Shortly after my youngest was born, my eldest was trying to get up on the couch, and she I don't know what in the heck happened. I don't know if she got up on the couch and she was trying to go ahead and scoot herself back towards the back of the couch, and she just kind of lost her balance and fell. But when she fell, she landed square on her collarbone, and had to go to the hospital. Um, so that night, my wife ended up taking her to Nationwide Children's Hospital here in Columbus, Ohio, or at least to one of their satellite offices, where they were told to go to, and they were pretty much saying, look, there's not much we can do for her. That the collarbone is one of the few bones in the body where it will heal on its own, but there's nothing that we can do, like a cast or anything like that we can put her into. The best we can do is put her into a sling, and that's gonna have to be it. So, but while they were in there, when they're trying to go ahead and get her to calm down, so they could look at it and whatnot, they gave her a baby doll. And that baby doll was a an item that was obtained through Starlight's deliveries program. Um, and that's kind of cool that she actually and while she got to hold on to that baby doll, my wife would initially was like, okay, well, you're gonna have to go ahead and get the baby doll back, and they're like, nope, she gets to take that home. So that was really kind of cool that they got to go ahead and do something like that. And so I'm pretty sure that that satellite office was part of the overall. I think the overall Nationwide Children's Hospital and its satellite offices are all part of that network, and they get to have they get to share in the in those things there. So yeah, so I know that my daughter has directly had contact with items and toys and whatnot that's been purchased by Starlight. And then there's that, and there's also the fact that she had to go in for blood platelet issues. Her platelets were low. We and we didn't realize that initially. The way that we found out is we started noticing she started getting bruises on her, like it looked like we were beating her up, and I even both myself and my mom made the joke. We're like, people are going to start thinking that we're beating up on you. You better you better stop getting hurt. And my little one's like, I know. I tell them I'm not getting no one's hurting me. I'm just getting hurt out on the playground or having fun with my friends. And and so the nurse's office calls us and reaches out and goes, we're 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 not here to accuse you or point the finger or anything like that, but we did want to go ahead and ask a couple questions, because this might help you in understanding what may be going on with her, and we can at least suggest what you should do. So they asked, had she been sick recently? And we were like, yeah, we just got over COVID, and then shortly thereafter that we ended up getting another little cold. Um, so so her body was already fighting off one thing, started getting itself better, fought off another thing, and then after getting better the second time, the body's like, well, I'm still in fight mode. I'm gonna go after the blood platelets now, because the blood platelets, I think, are the enemy. So the body was fighting itself, and she had to have a specific kind of transfuse. I wouldn't say kind of transfusion, but a specific kind of uh, um, treatment done, and that allowed her to move in the right direction, get released a day later. Um, so yeah, it was poor thing. She's been through a lot already. But anyways, so again, I know the impact that that Starlight has had on my family, and I want to be able to go ahead and make sure that other families have that same get to see have that same impact. So here's where your guys' money can go to. If you've never seen this before, let me go ahead and show you. Oh crap, I gotta go to the other screen here for a minute. Hang on. There we go. So this is the impact board here. This is where your guys' money can go to. $10 will provide 10 kids access to the Starlight VR system. Those things are pretty cool. I haven't actually had a chance to play with one myself, but the videos that we've seen, where they were using a simple VR back when the video was shot, and this was back during the Wii U days, so this was at least 10 years or more ago. I'm sorry, at least 7 years, almost 8 years going on now, or more. But that was at least the Wii U days, and they had like a simple VR. They've now upgraded that the VR headset so where it actually has full VR controls. So it's not just their simple game mechanics. They actually have full-on games that you can play in VR mode. And the cool thing is it helps distract kids so that way doctors or nurses or whatever can go ahead and do the things that may not be always as pleasant to do when you're sitting there watching what they're doing. So that's kind of cool. $20 will provide 20 hours of gameplay or 20 kids access to the Starlight Gaming Stations. $40 can provide, it says hospital gown, and I think actually it's $45. I got to go back and double check that. But it's $40 for the hospital gown, technically hospital wear, because they're now bringing in pants to go with the gowns, so that's kind of cool. Oh yeah. By the way, player, yeah, no, or Dan, they're all good now. They're all, or rather, she's all good now. We actually just got we got word about within the last couple weeks at her last checkup that she no longer has to go back for any more blood work. She is now on the right amount of blood platelets, and she's moving in the right direction. That they're like, yep, you're good. We don't have to come back anymore. At first, we were going back after the initial thing. We were going back every week. Then it moved to every 2 weeks, and then moved to every 3 weeks, to every month, to every couple months, and now we're good. So yeah, we are golden now. So, but yeah, $40 will provide the kids access with the hospital wear. $50 will provide a pallet of toys and books and more for kids to play with in the play areas. $200 or $250, I think it is. I don't know what it is. Will provide enough for a hero wagon. $500 will provide a pallet of toys for kids diagnosed with cancer to play with, specifically. $1,000 will be 40 backpacks filled with back to school supplies, which is great because we're coming up to the end of the year for school year, and that could really go ahead and change someone's life when it comes to getting ready for next year's. Sorry, when it comes to next year's school needs. $1,600, which is our current goal right now, is to go ahead and get a Nintendo Switch, or sorry, a Starlight branded Nintendo Switch Lite, complete with carrying case and everything. And then the $5,000, our ultimate goal, is the full-on gaming station. So here's the Switch Lite. And you can see it comes in its own Moab carrying case. I mean, gun carrying case. No, it's not a gun carrying case. It's full-on carrying case, complete with a rechargeable internal battery in the case itself. So you've got you got a battery in the system itself. You got a backup battery in the case, plus the AC adapter that you can power the whole darn thing with. And then you've got the this version. This is the original game station, complete with the original Nintendo Switch. They may actually use the OLEDs now, if but I could be wrong. I don't know. But the cool thing is though is that it's got a Pro controller there, and it's got two Joy-Cons, one for each side. So technically, it says two-player compatible. That's technically three-player compatible on certain games. Two-player compatible on most, three-player compatible on certain games. And that's really cool because you get the whole family involved at that point. Both of the systems come preloaded with over 25 kid-friendly games, and that also that's not just that's not just the basic games that they come preloaded with. It's also the Nintendo Online services. I do believe that they have the Nintendo Online services, and those Nintendo Online services even allow for all the games that are available through there. So you're gonna get your NES Online, your Game Boy Online, your SNES Online, Sega Genesis Online, N64 Online. I doubt that they're gonna have the N64 Mature 17 plus version of the app on there, but they're at least gonna have all those plus the Game Boy Advance online system series of systems as well. So and they both got a lifetime warranty through Nintendo. Both are made with hospital grade plastic, so they're easy to wipe. They're easy to wipe down with hospital grade cleaning materials, and they won't get busted. But if for some reason they do, again, there's the lifetime warranty right there from Nintendo that'll help out. And the cool thing with the game station is it says it has a built-in Wi-Fi. I'm assuming that's for the monitor itself for streaming capabilities. I know that the Switch can technically get YouTube. I don't remember if I saw Netflix available on the Switch just yet. I'll have to go back and take a look at the store. But anyways, those are some cool things there. So yeah, and then like I said, here's the hospital gown. And some of these are not only what's the word I'm looking for? Some of these are not only licensed characters like Nintendo characters or Disney characters, but some of these are actually designed by patients themselves. Usually every year they'll have a competition to see whose design will be the next one chosen to be made into a hospital gown or hospital wear. And one of the young winners was a kid by the name of Henry, who we learned about in the last stream. So that was really kind of cool. Don't think it's on the Switch yet. Okay, cool. Thanks, Double. I appreciate that. Like I said, I'll have to double check and see. But thank you for chiming in on that. So there's the hospital gown. And again, it's really cool to go ahead and see that kids' designs themselves even get turned into graphics and whatnot for these things. It's kind of really neat. You got the Hero Wagon. These things, they've got hospital grade fabrics. So again, it's easy to wipe down. It's got an IV pull, so that way, if the little one wants to get out of their hospital room and want to roam around the floor or take a trip down to the cafeteria or something like that, they can get pulled around on that and still have their IV tagging along with them as a caboose. They got seat belts in them now, which is kind of cool. The sides can Velcro or zip down, which is also neat. And look at this. It's easily storable. It can compact away, and now places like St. Jude, which is also a Starlight Children's Foundation location, by the way, if you didn't know. Places like St. Jude, they don't need an entire wing for all their radio flyer wagons. They can now just take one room, maybe two, depending depending on how many they have, and just fill up an entire room with these wonderful things. Just compact them down, get them all lined up in a row, stack a couple up on top, make another row. Look, it's easy. So those are wonderful as well. And then again, here's the VR. If you've never seen that before, uh, so there we are. That's the entire breakdown for you guys. Again, if you want to help us out there, guys, !donate. Follow the link over our Tiltify page. Donate today. Again, all merch sales for Fourth Wall come to me. I have to hold back a little bit for taxes, but otherwise everything else gets donated to the cause, and I try to do that live on stream whenever I get a payout. So if for whatever reason we got something going on there, I'll let you guys know. I said, hey, I got a payout. I'm going to show you guys how much I got paid out, and I'm going to take back a little bit for taxes. Everything else goes there. And I try to keep track of that on a regular basis, so that way I have it for my taxes if I need it, and so on and so forth. And then, like I said, Bonfire, we've got it linked up to our Tiltify campaign, so any purchases on our Bonfire page, which let me go ahead and show you guys what that looks like here real quick. We got this shirt right here. This is our Mario Day shirt. It's $28.02. It required me to do a $10 minimum. But what's kind of funny is all $28.02 goes directly into my campaign. So I honestly thought the Bonfire was going to go ahead and hold back the $18.02 and donate the remaining $10 to the campaign, but they're like, no, we're donating the whole darn thing. So, but there we go. There's Rockstar Bots on it. Look at that. So there's our link for our Fourth Wall, and then below that is the Bonfire store page. If you want to go ahead and get your Bonfire your Mario Day 2025 gear, order now. It's only available until the 15th. And by the way, the QR code is usable until the campaign comes to an end at the end of the month. So, just heads up there. But if someone orders this and someone scans the QR code and the campaign's retired and they want to learn more, you can have them go to cwestrockstar.tv, and that should go ahead and get them over to the current campaign page, which I don't think I remember checking to see if I've got that set up. Okay, good. We do have it set to go to our campaign page here, over on Tiltify. So yeah, again, if someone scans it and it comes up and it's the campaign's gone, just have folks go to cwestrockstar.tv. That will forward them over to our current campaign, whatever that campaign might be at that time. So there we go. All right, let's get back over here to our crafting page. And we will keep on keeping. Bring back our music. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. All right. Aside from talking, we're halfway done with the return stitch here. I think it's my favorite song. Nah, that was not my favorite. probably of that band. It's probably one of my favorites of that band. But no, one of my favorite songs is from my buddy Tom's old band, Cringe. Actually, there's two songs, more like three songs that are like back to back. It's from the Animation album, and the first song is called Down. Down is a really good song to listen to if you are if you're going through the like the midwinter blues. You know what I'm talking about, where a lot of folks they get down on themselves or on their luck or whatever have you, because it's the dead of winter, and so yeah, when you really get into your feels or that or something along those lines, that's a really good song to listen to. It's a nice soothing song. The other song that he has on there, which is just before that one, I think, or just after it, I should say, is a song called Amnist, AMNIST, or AMIN. Amnist. Yeah, AMINST. That's a really good one because of the duet that he does with the girl that he had in that song. And then the other one is called Reflection. Reflection's a really good one too. I like it. That entire album was a banging album. Even the song Imitation was a good one. Oh, what in you and nothing imitation. We're getting to the end of our middle section here. Mama, don't take my drugs away. All right, so we're gonna do this. Skip. Four or was it 5? It was just 3. Okay. Just 3. 1, 2, 3. Go. There. Mama, don't take my drugs away. I'll go crazy like you made me. Mama, don't take my drugs away. I'll go crazy. Sometimes, chat, I'll get a little too antsy for myself, and I'm like, all right, I gotta turn this around so I'm not bending the sides or whatever. Now, a lot of people will, when they do cross stitch like this, they'll put this into into what they call a loom. Some use a circle loom, which just focuses on the part that you're working on at that point. I didn't like it. I didn't like using those because it leaves too much of a crease in the fabric, and a lot of times you can't get those creases out. Even if you try to iron it out, sometimes it doesn't want to come out. So I figured I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. Then there's the loom that I got from my mom, and that one is what they call a kind of like a scroll loom, where you take the your project and you roll up the side of the edge like a scroll, and then you actually physically stitch it onto a piece of fabric that's stapled down to the back of the roller, and then you do that for both the top and the bottom, and it just sits there like this in front of you, and you have to sit there and put the thing through, reach behind, pull it on through, and then try to figure out where it is on the back that the needle's supposed to go through. At least that's the way that everyone else did it. I kept going ahead and taking it and going up, finding my spot, going down, pulling it through, pushing on through the other side, pulling up. So I was doing that whole thing. The downside, though, is that when I was doing that, it was transferring the finish from the wood onto the Ada cloth, and I thought, no, that's gonna be a bummer. I'm not gonna do that. That's just gonna ruin the project in certain spots. So I said, the heck with it. I'm not gonna use a loom at all. Now, I will say that there's one more thing that I do plan on going ahead and doing with this when I'm done. There's a type of embroidery floss that is known to have like sparkles or some like metallic kind of thread. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go through and I'm going to try to put some of that in, so that way it kind of makes the character look like it actually has sparkles, like it does on the on its stuffy version. Alright, so we are done with that row finally. We're finally done with that row. There we are. Off to sleep, so see you tomorrow. Not a problem, player. Dan, we'll see you tomorrow, bud. I will likely be live again tomorrow, because again I lucked out and I got most of the day to myself. If I do believe correctly. Now, if I'm requested to go to the party, I'll be back and I'll stream after everything's said and done. So, but we'll definitely do something. By the way, guys, we've got 3 Twizzlers left, so I may once those 3 are gone, I may be forced to put our Twizzler Twirl on pause until we get more. Dan, thanks again for stopping. And guys, if you're not following Dan, please do so. Our friend Norgie is part of the D&D session that they got going on right now, so go check it out. Double, I don't want to put it on hold either, but I've got this one and 3 others left, okay? Cut me some slack. Guys, we've all been here. Sometimes here. Sometimes here. Mostly here, though. Oh my goodness. Terrible. How in the world did I become a streamer who raises money for kids? I tell you. All right. Anyways, so guys, we're done with the row we just got done with. I'm gonna go ahead and take a moment here real quick to highlight our next row. There we go. There we are. That's the row we're working on now. All right. Perfect. Nice. Exactly. Let's see. Is that the current total? Hold on. I think it is. No, it's not. Shoot. Hold on. So chat, we are now. I'm gonna replay that command here real quick. There we go. We're at $4,371.94. That is on the year. That's for all the campaigns combined. We are at $430,000 that our team, the Good Cause Crusaders, has raised since our established date of January 1st, 2021. That we are fast approaching $500,000, and with your guys' help, we can get there. So if you can't help out directly, remember there's always ways you can help out indirectly. Share those links, educate, inspire others, help get folks to our pages like Chef Steve 330, my page, Rusty Rhymes. I'm trying to think of some others that also stream. Tifa, who you've seen in here a couple times. There's Chef Maurizio. He does stream for some charities sometimes, but he doesn't have that active all the time. There's so many wonderful people who are on our team. Sai, who's got a campaign open for Stack Up along with Tifa, who I mentioned just a little bit ago. We've got folks who don't even stream who's on our team. So join our team, help us raise awareness that way. Otherwise, you can, if you don't want to go ahead and join the team, you don't want to deal with all the hassle of having extra information to be given to your tax professional. I get that. You can always share our links, our channel links, our donation links, our campaign links, or you can amplify the campaign and help us spread the word that way. Also, don't forget, if you do decide to donate, look into seeing if your company matches donations. You can double your impact. And here's what's also kind of cool. If, let's say, for instance, you have also there is also a thing where you can challenge the community to raise a certain amount, as low as $250. You can put yourself on the line for $250. If we raise the full $250, it's automatically pulled. If we don't raise the $250, you have the option to select whether or not to have the full $250 still be donated, or say only donate what was raised, only match what was raised, and then therefore we double that much, and that's it. So if we only raise $10 of your $250 challenge, it's up to you. You put yourself on the line for the full $250, or you just don't you match the 10. That's it. That's how that boils down to. So those are some wonderful ways that you guys can help out. If you can't donate yourself, again, there's ways non-monetarily that you can help. Always. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna go ahead and count this out here real quick, and we've only got one to skip, so that'll be easy. But let me figure out how many we got here. So let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 9, 12, 13. All right, 13, and then skip 1. I gotta start giving myself a little slack here. There we go. It's 4, here's 5, 8. Come on now. Fingers, don't fail me now. Seven. Skip 1. And now we just keep on keeping until we hit the. You might as well go ahead and call that a sideburn, I guess. We'll go from there. what's everyone else's plans for the weekend? Anybody got any good things going on? Anybody gonna be cooking out? The weather's nice. You gonna catch any movies? Any Broadway shows? Gonna go skiing? Are you heading to the beach? And is that beach one of those kinds of beaches? You know, like Tahiti? What was it that Eddie Murphy said from that one movie? So yeah, so tomorrow for myself, like I said, I'm gonna try to do some streaming tomorrow. And then Sunday I'll be streaming, and I'm gonna try. I don't know if I actually put it up on the thing. I could have swore I did. Excuse me. Let's see. Did I sign up for the 10th? I did. It'll only be like a 2-hour stream that we're doing, where I'm gonna go from around 10 o'clock until midnight. But we'll work on this for a little bit, and then I'll be in my Mario gear, just like I was last year. And kind of go from that point. I would go a lot longer if I didn't have to wake up as early as I have to and make my way into work the next day. So right now we are planning for a 4-day stream bonanza, where Saturday and Sunday we're gonna have the lion's share of the stream. Well, Friday, well, today, tomorrow, Sunday, and then again, just like I said, just a 2-hour stream Monday night, to kind of help close things out for the night, or for Mario Day. And then we'll continue on raising awareness for Starlight through the rest of the month. But we'll be back to our regular schedule of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then back to Sunday. At what time I start streaming tomorrow, that's going to be up in the air, so make sure you guys have notifications turned on. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Blue Sky. I need to update my one thing. I'm thinking, oh, is that not turned on? How did that not get turned back on? Here, hold on, chat. Let me do it this way. That should have turned it back on.
Buried in this hole again. You love neglect so blindly, leaving me alone in the dark again. These perfect
What the hell? Carmen San Diego. I mean, heck, that thing go. It's gotta be up here somewhere. No? Hang on here for the chat. Did I somehow delete my... Well, son of a gun. Oh, there it is. All right. I need to go over here to my other scenes real quick. Oh, hi. Yeah, guys, don't forget, we also have these wonderful incentives. If you guys want to go ahead and check those out. Give me a second to go ahead and go through here and get rid of the extra top center from these other scenes real quick. I thought I had already gone ahead and done that. Apparently, I did not. Okay. That makes me feel so much better. The only thing, though... Wonder if I ought to go ahead and put the Starlight stuff in the global scenes too, but we'll come back to that later. All right, back over here. Sorry, chat. Sometimes you see something that's like, something's not right there. What's going on? All right, it is 12:30. Now, I'm not saying I'm done by any means. But once we get done with this row, we'll kind of see where we are time-wise. If I feel I can go ahead and get another row done, then I'm going to do another row.
What do you have that's left for me? You make sure to throw it all away. Never thought it hit
Is it me, or did I scare everyone away by asking what y'all are doing this weekend? Y'all feel y'all act like I'm gonna show up at your house and like, hey, guess what? Party time, let's go. Y'all are cooking hot dogs, I'm coming over. Chad, I'm not gonna lie. I will tell you that you know, going for as long as we have, supporting all these different campaigns, or all these different charity organizations, doing all these different campaigns. I totally get that we sometimes get a little burnout on always being asked by the streamer you're watching for money whenever you get someone like myself and Chef Steve who just constantly are raising awareness. You know, I want to make sure that you guys are aware that your donations are never required. They're always welcome. They do not go to help benefit me in any way, shape, or form. And that includes your subs, your bits, any money that I get out of Twitch or out of my merch stores. They all go right back into any campaign that I'm running at the time. It is always something that I've come to love about doing what I do. I will say though, and this I know there's a lot of streamers who do campaigns one after the other like I'm doing, or like Chef Steve does, and we get burnt out, chat. Some of us get burnt out, and I'm not gonna lie. Every now and then, I get that I'm burnt out feeling. Yeah, before I hit the button tonight, I felt a little burnout. And why that is because when it changes up here in just a minute, you're gonna notice we've only raised 2802, and that's of my own money from buying my own shirt to ensure that I have a shirt that represents this event that I've helped support. You know, it's disheartening when we get to the point where we're nearing the end of the campaign and we really haven't budged. Now, I'm not saying that I expect you guys to donate all the time. Again, I just said to you specifically, it is not a requirement. Not a requirement at all. But I will tell you, again, back of my mind, I'm thinking, why do I still do this? And the answer is, I do this because I'm trying to give back. It may not be the way that I want to give back. It may not be the amount I want to give back. But I'm doing what I can to help raise awareness. I'm doing what I can to educate and inspire. And I'm doing what I think is gonna make the world a better place. You know, a lot of us have a way of changing the world through our voice, through our vote. I do it through just raising awareness and doing what I can to help those who are less fortunate than I. Not a problem, double. Pushing the car a little. Oh. Yay. And finally 17. Skipping 4, doing 2. 2, 3, 4. Up. Where you think you're back down here? I almost poked myself there. Alright, on the way back. Now I can do some slack. But it tried getting me double.
So here I am again, reflecting back on where my life has been. These feelings return when I see your face. You're saying things that I cannot erase. Paint pictures of the life that we once had. An image burning deep inside my head. Now take away this crown of thorns you made, and please just.
I was asking though, double, before you left, what everyone's plans were for the weekend. And the funny thing is as soon as I asked that, it looked like everyone that was in here just disappeared. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Like, are y'all afraid I'm gonna come over and steal your numbs if you're cooking out? Like, look, I don't mind traveling for noms, but I ain't traveling that far. Excuse me. That's like $1 million in purple. No, honestly, it's probably like maybe $10. For this project alone, I think I spent roughly about $20 altogether. Embroidery floss isn't as expensive as like crochet yarn. Like I think the like a big ball of yarn that you use like for crochet and whatnot. I think the one that I saw was around $5 or $10 just by itself. I could be wrong though. Since that's not the medium I work with, I really don't pay attention to the pricing on those. Was hoping to see if we get a Sky Beat tonight. See how she's been doing. Last I heard, she was working on another Pokemon project that she was commissioned to work on. All right. See what I'm doing down that far. Hold on. entering the 1 o'clock hour. I'm almost out of thread here. Spot right there. Switch over to the other. Exactly. Yep, 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 yep. Yep, 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 yep. Alright, let's see. Let's go about there. There, let's go ahead and grab this last bit of thread we got. You know, Chad, I almost went ahead and offered to help with the raid train that Starlight is doing right now. If you guys didn't know, Starlight's got a raid train that's happening. They do this every year for Mario Day. They also do one during Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. But with the unpredictability of my schedule, I didn't want to go ahead and commit to doing something and then find out later on that I wouldn't be able to go ahead and help out. this in here. There we go. Anchor this down one more time here. And cut the excess off there. Alright, excess is cut away. Alright, just got the rest of this row to go, and I think we'll call it there for the night. And we go to live tomorrow. We'll finish out the rest of this row here. We got this row here to go ahead and do, and then before I do anything else, I'll go back in here and I'll get the darker purple out. We'll go ahead and get the eyebrow there, and the lighter over here for that bit. And I have to deal with my thoughts alone. I'm sorry. We'll get you over to somebody so that way you won't be alone. I will tell you that we'll likely go ahead and raid out to somebody else who's raising awareness for Starlight. Alright, let's see. Let me go ahead and take a look and see where we are here. Alright, so we do straight down one, and then it's just straight over to the end of the Again, I'm gonna call that sideburn, and then over to the ear. Okay. At least go ahead and get a couple. Get a couple stitches in here, and then I can lock in the that way I can at least see where I left off at. There we go. That'll be good right there. Alright, there we go. Not terrible at all, chat. There we go. There's where we are with everything right now. So again, we got our outline there. It's a little, again, we goofed a little bit. I shortened myself a couple stitches here or there throughout the entire outline. Yeah, stuff happens. So we called an audible, and we're doing what we can to make up for goofing things. So it'll be slightly different than the original picture, but it's okay. I am going to go ahead and do this real quick before I... Oh, shoot. There we go. That is the road that we're going to work on next. Once we run out of the thread that we're working with now, again, we'll go ahead and go to the darker thread. Then we'll get this bit over here. I'll just make sure to go ahead and pull like a small little bit of that darker thread, which is again the 5-5. That's the 5-5-3. No wait. 5-5-2, excuse me. That'll be the 5-5-2 that we pull for the eyebrows there, and then again, once we'll go ahead and get that eyebrow there, and then we'll get the lighter 209, and we'll go in here and we'll fill in what we've done here so far. Maybe what I end up doing is I end up going ahead and getting the entirety of that 209 filled in all throughout the ear here, and just so that way it's done. And then I can go ahead and focus back over here, or I can go ahead and I can come over here and I can fill in the 5-5-3 around the inner portion of the ear, and then once I've done that, then I can come back and start working on the 5-5-2 again, or 5-5-3, excuse me. So, but we've got plans in place, if you will, chat. So, see how it all works out in the end. All right, let's go see who's live, so we can raid out to them. Let's see. If nothing else, we can get over to Zero Brew. He'll be our backup in case whoever I wanted to stream out or raid out to is not raising awareness for Starlight at the time. All right, I see one person who we're gonna get over to. This person is a friend of the not only this community but also Chef Steve's community. They are part of our charity team, Good Cause Crusaders. However, they are not currently raising awareness with us on this campaign. Right now, it is again just myself and Chef Steve who are on this team campaign together. But does not mean that the person who I'm looking at rating out to is not doing something for Starlight. That's the thing. They're raising awareness for Starlight, and that's what matters. So one way or another, Starlight's gonna get the money. So, but we are gonna go say hi to Keyberg, or Keyborg, as some call her. You're very welcome, Double. Thank you for stopping in and chatting with me. I appreciate it. Let's do this. There we go. They are right now, they're playing Sea of Thieves. They do have their campaign for Starlight set up and ready to roll. So please, again, like I said, pop over there, drop them a follow. Tell them Rockstar sent you. And have some fun on the high seas. It may not be September. It may not be International Talk Like a Pirate Day, but doggone it, they're playing a pirate game, so talk like a pirate. Or a parrot, one of the two. It's up to you. Alright guys, as always, thank you so much for being here, chatting, lurking. I really do appreciate every single one of you. I will see you again all tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what time, so again, make sure you have notifications turned on. Follow me on Twitter, Blue or X, what do you want to call it, Blue Sky. You can also go ahead and join the Discord, and just make sure to watch the announcements page, or rather taking stage page for when I go live. All right, guys, that's it. I'm heading out of here. Rock on. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you guys all next time. Wait, that's not the button. What? That's not the button I wanted to hit. This is the button I want to hit. I'll see you guys later. Bye.